Amigos, yo soy Penta, el cero miedo del...
Soy Rey Fénix, desde México.
Y soy representante de México en esta World Cup.
Oh man, I feel so proud. I feel very happy. Come to England, come with WCPW and represent my country and represent Lucha Libre.
Muy contento ya que México es mi país, vengo representando a mi gente, mi tierra, y sé que este es un gran torneo donde están los mejores luchadores del mundo y por lo tanto es algo muy especial para mí. Yo sé que Fénix es un rival muy duro, nos conocemos muy bien ya que es mi hermano, todo el mundo sabe que Rey Fénix es mi hermano y nos conocemos a la perfección. Creo que va a ser una lucha muy interesante ya que los dos sabemos nuestras debilidades y yo las vamos a sacar aquí en Inglaterra.
Everybody knows Penta is my brother and we have the same dreams, and it's a little difficult my first round face to face my brother, but excited. I know my brother is my best partner, but my best rival.
Yo voy a ganar esta copa el día de hoy, ¿saben por qué? Porque yo soy Penta, el cero.
A demostrar lo que es Rey Fénix. Viva México.
Now though, let's cut to the tail of the tape for our opening qualifying match.
That's right, we break it down here, take a look at the differences, and there are not many. These two know each other very well. It's going to come down to who makes the first mistake.
Lucha Libre style, so unique in the wrestling world. This is going to be a tremendous showcase of that kind of style as we get started with the Mexican qualifiers.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest set for one fall. It is a first round qualifier in the Pro Wrestling World Cup. Coming to the ring at this time, wrestling out of Tijuana, Mexico, and winning tonight at 94 kilos, this is Penta El Cero Miedo!
In the last year and a half, this luchador has taken the world by storm. Right now, he is arguably the most popular luchador walking the face of God's green earth. A lot of his success comes from his exposure with Lucha Underground. A lot of his success is his own because of what he has done with the spotlight. Feast your eyes on Penta El Cero Miedo. So he's giving our referee Joel Allen a hard time, but then again, so does everyone else.
Current Lucha Underground champion is Penta.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing tonight at 74 kilos, Rey Fénix!
And if anyone can go hold for hold, move for move with Penta El Cero Miedo, it's going to be Rey Fénix. And of course, many of our Lucha Underground fans recognize Fénix, but now fans all around the world get to experience the unique athlete that is this man right here, Rey Fénix.
Rey Fénix has been wrestling since the age of 15. Now 26, so an 11-year veteran.
Oh, your math skills are on point, buddy.
Thank you.
Stu, I'm going to go to you. What would you do in a match against a quicker, faster opponent? How do you try to shut down the abilities of guys like Rey, Fénix, and Penta?
Well, for someone like me, it's a case of getting as close as you can, as quickly as you can, grabbing them, driving to the mat, and punching them in the mouth as many times as you can. You're not necessarily going to see that kind of style tonight from these two, because they both match each other incredibly well with their athletic abilities, but this is going to be quite the spectacle, trust me.
Referee Joel Allen is having final words here with both competitors before we get underway.
Look at this. These two know each other very well, and they understand what's at stake here. Remember, all the personal animosities aside, whomever comes out of these qualifiers at the end of the night, they return back to Mexico and they get a hero's welcome. But those that fail, they have to go back to those locker rooms as well. A lot of pride on the line representing Mexico and representing Lucha Libre.
Well, the point needs to be made that this match right here, Penta versus Rey Fénix, would sell out any arena in Mexico many times over, and the fact that this is an opening matchup in the Mexican portion of the WCPW World Cup is quite frankly incredible.
Yeah, it says that one of them will go on and one of them will not. That's huge. Collar and elbow tie-up, push-off there. The two trying to feel each other.
No, hang on. What is this from Penta? He's removed one of his gloves and handed it to the referee. Penta telling Fénix he has
nice.
Zero miedo, no fear.
That's right. Nice trap on the arm. And, of course, if you watched any of Penta's matches, you know he likes to break his opponent's arms. Nice unique submission there. I don't know if he's going to get the concession so early on, Rey Fénix. Needs to be able to lock both of his hands. You see the leg strength of Penta, and now the arm strength is able to turn this hold around as Penta keeps control of the appendages, reassembles them, and now what do we have here? Look at that.
Headstand between the shoulder blades
right.
of Fénix.
Nice roll up. Shoulders are down. Referee a little out of position there.
And back into that side headlock. And yeah, Penta had his shoulders down temporarily there.
Referee definitely made up for it there with those counts. And now back in the right position. Leg sweep and trip. Trying to turn his opponent over here.
And now Fénix going to try for the submission a second time.
Oh, look at that. If you remember greats like Great Muda and Eddie Guerrero, this move is certainly familiar to you. Wade, what's Penta going through right now? Where's
I
the
have
pain?
no idea. Quite frankly, I've never seen a hold like that in my life, and that speaks volumes for the unique style that we see of these lucha athletes.
I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening as we come to you from the Coventry Sky Dome. If you want to get involved with what's going on, maybe tell us who you think is going to emerge from this bracket of the Mexican qualifiers. The hashtag for social media is Pro Wrestling World Cup. Please do join the conversation.
It looks like early on both fighters, a little bit of a House of Pain there, are working on the legs of their opponent. And that's smart because with the Lucha Libre style, it's a lot of springboard. Ooh, I'm not going to translate puto, but those of you that want to look it up, go right ahead. This mule kick doubles up Fénix. And now this is what you'll get from Penta. A lot of hard kick strikes. Fénix had it countered.
And that's where Fénix is most dangerous. Surprising with that pin attempt. Penta, though, doing something very similar. Ow. Leg drop attempt, no one home. It's a moonsault from Fénix. Go for the cover, but Penta very quickly out. The pace is quickening here.
Nice leg sweeps there. Oh, and you'll know, I'll notice something here, and I'm sure, Stu, you'll notice it as well. Penta was up long before Fénix was, and that tells me that Penta's on top of his game.
100%. He knows he has his hands full with Rey Fénix tonight, and of course, this match could go either way. They know each other incredibly well. They've scouted each other's performances, met in the ring many times, and they're going to have to be on top form to get through to the semi-finals.
So that there's an important point here as well. This is not the only match for one of these two men.
Hang on a second now. Here we go. Lucha Libre on display. This is the Pro Wrestling World Cup.
What a move from Rey Fénix.
And the point you just made, Dave, that they may well have, the winner of this match will have another matchup tonight, of course. And moves like that are incredibly dangerous. It takes something out of yourself as well as your opponent. That high-risk offense could end up costing you later on in this tournament.
And that's a great point, of course, with tournament wrestling, and we've talked about it before, Dave, you and I. That lactic acid builds up. After each and every match, you go back to the locker room, you cool down. Then you have to warm up and go back out and wrestle again. It's not that easy.
So let me ask you then, guys, how does that change the strategy here? If you're approaching the first round of a tournament match, do you approach it any differently to another match, or do you just leave it all out there?
It can be very difficult to change your approach, because changing your approach takes away from what you do well. But quite simply, you want to end this first round matchup as quickly as you can, take a minimum amount of offense as possible. And there we go, a super kick right to the jaw of Rey Fénix.
Penta will go to the ropes. Fénix goes for the clothesline, no one there.
Nice
goes behind.
Sling blade clothesline here. That is a signature staple in the offensive Penta. And Penta a little slow for the cover there.
There we go. Penta furious. He knows he could have ended that match up there and gone back to the locker room, cooled down before a big semi-final match. Instead, this match continues.
Yeah, you better leave the referee alone, or there'll be no suplex sweatshirt in his bag when he leaves.
Winner of this match will face the winner of the Drago versus El Ligero contest, which is coming up immediately after this one.
Well, the brackets have been made, and now you can see the distance between the two. That is a big thing in Lucha Libre. The more space between the fighters, the more they can build up momentum and build up speed.
Penta taking some time to address the crowd there.
Hang on, Dave.
That's me. This is a large building, and that echoed all around it.
The most simple move in professional wrestling, but perhaps my least favorite to be the recipient of. Believe me, I've been on the receiving end of a few bear paws from people like Big Show, and that was as loud as any of them.
Nice out. Nice.
Oh, beautiful maneuver.
Goes for the cover. Cocky cover by Penta, though.
Fénix, you see, just kicking out before 3 there, and he seems to be on his last legs at this point, and Penta is getting closer and closer to the big ending for this match.
No expedited shipping out of Joel Allen right there, as Penta tries to control the head, takes a minute, takes his eyes off his opponent. Now these two begin to trade forearm blows.
That one from Fénix seemed to rattle Penta.
Now they're getting more into my territory. Just smack each other as hard as you can.
These two really are going for it. Penta is taking control here, or at least he was. Fénix will.
There you go.
For my money, Penta has the strike advantage, but Fénix has the moveset advantage. As evident right there, the cutter floats over, hooks the leg. 2, not enough.
Wow. And as much as lucha is an art form and it's about displaying your aerial abilities, this one is broken down into a pure fight, and it's all because they want to win. They want to get through to the next round of the Pro Wrestling World Cup and represent their country, Mexico.
Yeah, a lot of nationalistic pride on the line here as Fénix traverses the distance. Nicely done there. Fénix rolls back. Get momentum. Oh, gosh.
Huge boot to the side of the face.
Schoolboy, roll through.
Goes for the super kick, and Fénix is going to do a somersault into a frog splash. He'll go for the cover. This to advance to the semi.
Oh, that was close.
Both men having the opportunity to win this matchup, but still they keep going, keep fighting.
Yeah, we saw it on the tail of the tape how evenly matched these two are, and I said at the onset it's going to come to a mistake. We know that Penta has the strike advantage, and we can see that Fénix has the moveset advantage. It's going to come down to a mistake somewhere along the line here, guys.
The momentum has ebbed and flowed, but it truly has been a 50-50 matchup.
Say it's the moveset advantage, but Penta has that fear factor, that package pile driver, which if he hits that, it is game over for any wrestler in the world. Oh, gosh. For the cover here.
How on earth did Rey Fénix kick out of that one?
You saw how limp Fénix's hand was. It told me. I thought he was out. I thought that was 3, but no.
The explosive power of Penta there just blew me away. Talk all you like, and listen to this crowd. They appreciate it.
It certainly is.
And let's not forget, this is round 1.
Yeah, second round still to come a little later on. We are in the Coventry Sky Dome. So many great fans have packed in here for this amazing Lucha Libre spectacle. It's Fénix. What's he doing here?
He uses his opponent as a base, and now these two.
I want no part of this.
Big old Frankensteiner off the top. Fénix up. Oh, hang on a second here. Oh, wow. Mexican destroyer, if you will.
Right on the top of Penta's head. This might be it.
Oh, goodness me.
There was no leg hook there, and that could have been the difference.
How close was that? That must be the closest near fall of the match, as you saw Penta's head bouncing off the canvas from that flip pile driver.
And once again, the opening match, this crowd is blown away.
Penta is reeling in the corner. Look at him. He looks like he's got nothing left.
I was just going to say, as the pace slows down, that behooves Penta. Ray Fénix is going to need this match to be quick.
Penta off the top.
Oh.
The Mexican destroyer
Here we go,
of his
here
own.
we go.
Here comes the fear factor on Fénix. Penta will go for the cover, and it is academic. Big win.
And look at everyone in the crowd standing on their feet, and I'm going to do the same thing because these two deserve it.
Penta, El Zero Miedo, showed no fear in this first round of the Mexican qualifiers for the Pro Wrestling World Cup.
But it begs the question, after such a drawn-out match taking high F offense, what is left in the tank of Penta?
He will have a little while to rest.
Now let's just see if we stay with the action in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner and advancing in the World Cup, Penta El Zero Miedo!
That matchup is deserving of a main event anywhere on the planet and for any company, and we've just witnessed it in the opening round. That is match one, ladies and gentlemen.
And this is what I was wanting to see here. Mutual respect, admiration. These two have to go back to Mexico. They have to go back around the world and entertain the masses. That is the heart of Lucha Libre right there.
Well, I've got no time for that whatsoever. I'd rip his mask off.
So Penta El Zero Miedo advances after a hugely competitive match with Ray Fénix.